Asheville City Attorney Brad Branham says local leaders are prepared to fight any challenge to the removal or the alteration of the Vance Monument, even citing it's a public safety hazard if he asked to. In a lengthy letter, the Sons of Confederate Veterans point out that because the Vance Monument is publicly owned, removing it would violate the Heritage Protection Act. A 2015 state law also requires approval from the North Carolina Historical Commission before a public monument can be removed. However, Asheville City Attorney Brad Branham says there are exceptions, such as if the monument is a threat to public safety.
This has become a focal point of protest on both sides of that argument. In many cases, there have been firearms present, and I would look to what the governor in the state did just last week, removing some Confederate monuments at the State House for this exact same reason.
Local leaders are in the process of forming a task force that will make its recommendations on whether or not to remove or alter the Vance Monument. Branham says the other two Confederate monuments in Asheville are exempt from state law because they are privately owned by the Daughters of the Confederacy.
Organizers say tonight's event wasn't meant to be anti-anyone. They say they just wanted to show their support for law enforcement.
I'm a retired law enforcement officer, and my brother was killed on I-40, and that's why I'm here.
When it comes to backing the blue,
we need to support our police. We can't live without them.
It matters to this crowd in Waynesville.
We're here to support the local cops here in Haywood County, all the grief they take.
Those that marched down Main Street to the Haywood County Courthouse say they want to show their respect for local law enforcement.
There should have been more people here, and that's the thing that bothers me.
And we need to learn to pray for not only our officers, but for everyone.
Retired Pastor Walter Bryson led one of the group prayers.
Color does not matter to me. All my children are biracial and everything like that, so I don't have any problems being here. And I know quite a few law enforcement friends. I've not heard anybody say anything about being abused by the police or sheriff department.
People here say they know they'll face some backlash.
We're not against anybody. We are simply here to show our support and to pray for our law enforcement.
Haywood County Sheriff, who was at the event, says he understands the grief but wants people to know this.
Give us a chance to do what we have been sworn to do. And in Haywood County, we're going to uphold that oath.
New at 5, Asheville's tourism director says leaders need to do more to fund black entrepreneurs who want to break into the tourism industry.
News 13's Kimberly King is joining us live tonight with insights from black business owners. And Kim, what are they saying?
Frank, these owners simply want a seat at the table and an opportunity when it comes to the national discussion about equity, including right here in Asheville in the tourist economy. These owners say they simply hope for more.
My name is Gene Edison, bringing the gourmet donut scene to the underserved African-American community here in Buncombe County.
And that's just the start. Edison, an Asheville high school graduate, owns 4 food trucks, including one that sells fried chicken.
I entered in culinary in 2013. I actually worked for some of James Beard-nominated chefs here in the county.
He's landed contracts to do lunch programs for low-income school-age kids during summer and more, but is still navigating challenges, how to fund his next business step.
Places of poverty just don't have liquid assets to actually say, I can invest in your business.
We've supported black leaders.
Stephanie Brown, Explore Asheville CEO, hopes to see more, including potentially creating a fund using future hotel tax revenues to foster black and brown business.
The next generation of that is to be even more actively involved in helping to prop up those new businesses and maybe providing programs that help people understand how they can start a tourism business.
I think all of Stephanie's recommendations were really interesting.
Aisha Adams led a Black Entrepreneurship Weekend for owners trying to take the next step.
I think it's important for us to share a platform with the TDA. It's important to me to be a part of the tourism economy as well.
A first step, she said, would be using the Explore Asheville site to show diverse owners developing businesses.
Black people, brown people, LGBTQ people, fat people, skinny people, disabled people. It means driving through Asheville and not just seeing white people on the billboards.